Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh my gosh, everybody give it up for Christopher. That was incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Folks at home, in case you are not aware, we have our local winner of the Star-Spangled Sing-Off in the house with us today.
Yes,
Christopher, you did fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we got to talk. You are only 20 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, yeah, like you said, I'm 20 years old. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. I went to Mountain View High School in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Go Bears! Shout out my chorus teacher, Miss Robertson. And I go to school to the University of North Georgia. I'm a junior now, and I go to school for nursing. So
that is so
yes,
wonderful. Yeah, shout out Miss Robertson.
Yes,
She's truly doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
I want to know a little bit more about your background in singing, because it's not just at school that you've been learning and that you've been practicing. You're all over the Atlanta area.
Yes, ma'am. So, you know, I sing at church a lot. I also sing in nursing homes, and I just sing at various events, you know, whether it's, you know, karaoke nights or, you know, I was just at the summer Porch Fest in Swanee, and, you know, that was pretty awesome. It was pretty fun, you know, just to see a lot of people come together and just have one common interest. It was pretty cool, so.
What's it like putting yourself out like that, like what you just did in front of so many different types of people? We were talking a little bit behind the scenes, and you mentioned you've really been able to touch a lot of people with your voice.
Yes, ma'am. So, you know, I'm a big believer that music is a very powerful thing. It heals a lot of people. You know, for me, you know, the biggest example, when I sing at the nursing homes, you know, especially memory care, you know, a lot of people have, you know, Alzheimer's. But, you know, when they hear, you know, certain kinds of music, you know, lyrics, you know, it's kind of like they wake up and it's like, wait, I know this, and, you know, they get emotional, and I think it's pretty cool, you know. I think it's very powerful, you know. Music brings a lot of people together, you know, so.
What's your favorite type of thing to sing?
I love vocal jazz. Frank Sinatra, I love Frank Sinatra. I love to sing a lot of Frank Sinatra. Of course, Michael Jackson, Elvis, so, you know, those guys.
I can just tell by the way that you carry yourself and by the way that you perform, you have so much confidence.
Thank you.
Where does this come from?
Honestly, just a lot of practice.
Yeah.
I sing in the mirror when I'm alone, and it just helps me to not be afraid of looking at myself when I'm performing. And, you know, just, you know, especially in church and things like that, you know, so that helps me a lot.
You mentioned so many different artists who have almost paved the way for you as a young aspiring artist yourself. Who would you say has had the most influence on you and your work?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. You can't go wrong with Michael Jackson.
You cannot, yeah. He's my favorite ever since I was a little baby. Yeah, he's been my favorite, so.
Favorite song?
Baby Be Mine off the Thriller album. I think that album is the greatest album of all time, so. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Okay, so you are performing the Star-Spangled Banner, of course, but when you look ahead to your future, where ideally would you see this path going? What do you want for yourself?
So right now, I'm in school to be a nurse. I want to be a CRNA. I want to be, you know, work in pediatrics. I want to travel as well. But I also do want to keep singing on the side. I do want to, you know, sing for nursing homes and sing at various events. So, you know, honestly, just, you know, whatever, you know, takes me, you know, I'm just going to, you know, keep singing and keep working, so.
I love that. You have that drive, that's for sure. And you
Yes, ma'am.
definitely have the talent. So we are
Thank
all
you so
so
much.
excited to see
Thank
what
you.
happens next for you. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much. Thank you.
Absolutely, anytime. We love starting off our show
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
local talent and with a beautiful voice. Folks at home, don't forget, you're voting for the Star-Spangled Sing-Off regional round is now open. So yes, you can cast your vote for Christopher. That voting closes this Sunday on June 28th. And for more information, you can always visit atlLiveshow.com.